Love and blessings, beautiful souls. So, as many of you know, I have been on a deck buying ban. That was true until it was my birthday, and I decided to buy a new deck for my birthday, and it arrived a couple of days ago. I'm a big fan of Leila and Olive. I have the Maiden Oracle and the Ophidia Rosa Tarot. These are absolutely beautiful. If you haven't seen these ones, gilded edges, oh, stop it. Look at that beautiful backing and then the vintage nature of each of the cards. It's just absolutely spectacular. Now, I do have some qualms with the Ophidia Rosa, but I feel like because that was their first crack at deck making, they improved things a little bit with the Maiden Oracle. And the Maiden Oracle is same sort of stunning beauty, but you have here the High Priestess, and then in the guidebook there's a little bit more about it. In the Ophidia Rosa you have certain plants, but you don't know what plants they are, whereas in the Maiden you have others' wishes and then you have artichoke, so you know exactly what the plant is or what the herb that was used in it is, and you know, you just get a little bit more context. It's a little bit more nuanced, which I really enjoyed. Anyway, I recently discovered, because I haven't been looking and that's why I didn't know, that Leila and Olive had created a new deck, and of course I had to have it. And have it I do. So, look at that beautiful masking tape that they've used. We're going to get into it. And we're going to absolutely unbox the crap out of this. Oh. That was so much easier than I thought. Interesting packaging, loosely wrapped. Oh, I love that they've kept with that black look. I really love that they've kept with that black look. Cello wrapped. There we go. What is the name of it? I didn't even bother. I didn't even bother looking at the name. It's Viola Lux Umbra. The Viola Lux Umbra Tarot came to be over a lifetime of seasonal change, sprouted from soil to the wisdom of archaic stars that blossom in the night sky. Very poetic. Years of botanical magic brought me here, inspired to grow through art, divination, wonder, and fate with ancient light and shadow. The kindred forces our branches cast upon the mysteries of life, from novice sprouting tarot readers to experts whose stems mature with time-worn truth. Viola Lux Umbra will lead you along the growing path through 78 illustrated antique gold-gilded cards and a comprehensive guidebook. All right. I think they're pretty fast and loose with the term comprehensive, but it is sufficient. It is a little white book. Make no mistake, it is a little white book. It is an upmarket little white book, we will call it. Words, impulsive fears. Oh, okay. Lily of the Valley, the Fool. So they've basically combined these two beautiful decks into one complete deck. I think they've been listening to, you know, the constructive criticism that people have been putting forth, which I think is fantastic, and now I'm extra excited about it, because as I was saying before, the Ophidia Rosa was lacking a bit of this information, a bit of context. So we have here the Lily of the Valley, we have the Fool, we have the keywords, and then we have a little Poem. Behold reckless imagination and grow wild before watering. Darkness must fill with something, and these blossoms are an offering. Unburden ourselves from nostalgia and let Lily of the Valley guide us to embrace youthful whimsy in the present tense without a sense of longing. Return our thoughts, reseed first pots, and begin forever green. There you go. Quite interesting. Oh, okay. Oh, these are even darker. These are an even darker wash. Like, now I need a comparison because they feel quite dark. It might just be my perception of it. Yes, they have a bit more of a reddy pink to them. Even this, like, water-worn. Yes, different color palette, but still very, very beautiful. It's kind of like a rustiness to it. I need to compare it with the Ophidia Rosa. Yeah, so it's, yeah, it definitely is a totally different color palette. There's a hint of the pink in the Ophidia Rosa, which I really enjoy. This is the guidebook for the Ophidia Rosa, so I think they learned their lesson there. So it's basically one leaf. And as you can see here, it says, the Fool. A world unfurled can invite or betray us, send back our branches, or spread us in chaos. That's all you get. And so you don't get any more about the art or anything like that, which is the difference that I'm seeing here in the Viola Lux Umbra Tarot. Oh my goodness. All right, so should we do a little flip through? I mean, are we here for a flip through? Can we do a flip through? I'm feeling like we can do a flip through. Oh my goodness. The Magician. High Priestess. I always like to see a moon somewhere in the High Priestess card. That's just personal. The Empress. I get it. I like to see more in the Empress. I would have liked to see more of a bulb, like a full kind of bulb bursting kind of vibe. The Emperor. I don't know if that's fern or bracken, but that angular structure to it, I get that. The Hierophant. Oh, now I gotta know. I've got to know what the Hierophant is. It is fern. Clematis. Not typically familiar with that, but okay. The Lovers. This is beautiful. Give me snake and botanicals combined, and I'm kind of here for it. We have the Chariot. Interesting, interesting. It doesn't give me that sense of travel, though. We have Strength. This is a little more interesting. I'm going to need to look this one up as well. What is it? My curiosity is going to. Strength. Rutabaga and Passion Flower. Ah. Rutabaga is our nerve to persist, and Passion Flower is our ardor to exist. Ah, okay. Very rhymey. We have the Hermit here. Here we have a light, kind of like a candle illustration, like tucked in the middle there, which I'm into because one of the most important aspects for me personally when I'm looking at a tarot deck in regards to the Hermit card is the light. Typically the lantern. The Wheel of Fortune, again, I'm very happy with the presence of the kind of Ouroboros there. Beautiful snake, we've got a butterfly in between, everything is lovely. We have Justice. There's a good sense of balance to this one, you know, for the equilibrium aspect of justice, so I'm into it. The Hanged Man, this is exciting, and the little petals falling off, it's a great symbolism. Oh, Death. Oh, I approve. I approve. This is beautiful. Yeah, I like that. That would actually make a really beautiful tattoo if done right. We have Temperance here. Not quite enough balance, equilibrium, or synthesis there for me. But that's just personal. I think there needs to be more on this side here. But there's probably more significance in the flower. Temperance is yet another card that I'm particularly fond of. We have the Devil here, and we have a certain selection of mushrooms, leaves, and pods. I like this card, it's quite nice. It's got that vivid red through it. The Tower, all the petals are falling. That's apt. The Star, interesting. The Moon, okay, I quite like this. There's enough here. It's subtle, it's minimalistic, but it's enough. And same for the Sun. Yeah, it's quite vibrant. The contrast of colours are all here. Got the nice sun-like feel to it. It's really luminous, I'd say. We have Judgment, which I don't personally see or understand here in this one. I'd have to look at the guidebook for that. And then we have the World, which is quite Rider in its approach. So that's very worldly. We have the Ace of Cups. Very interesting. Quite a lot going on for an ace, especially in a more symbolic sense. I would have thought that that would be a little bit more minimalistic, but okay. Ooh, Two of Cups. I do love the snakes. That's beautiful. That is a beautiful, beautiful card. We have the Three of Cups. The Four of Cups, all Roman numerals here. The Five of Cups, I don't get it, I don't see it. I'll have to go to the guidebook for that. When I say I don't get it and I don't see it, it's not a criticism, it's that I'm just going to need more context. We have the Six here, which I quite like. The Seven. Here we have the Eight. I don't see it. Then the Nine. It's such a unique structure for a tarot deck. They've done really well. And then the Ten of Cups. Here we have the Page of Cups, which I kind of see. The Knight, more established, more concise. The Queen, which is more flourishing. And the King, which is a circle to signify the culminative energy, completion, wholeness. Here we have the Ace of Pentacles. I like that Cups follows Pentacles, so they've got all the feminine suits towards the front of the deck, which is really nice. Here we have the Two of Pentacles, which is odd, because I often think of two as balancing of contracts, equilibrium, juggling, and balance in a really active sense. So that's interesting. The Three of Pentacles, which is very pretty, but I don't get it. The Four of Pentacles. Okay. The Five of Pentacles. This looks like blackberry. Oh, I have a lot of blackberry growing on my property, so I kind of understand that. The Six. The Seven of Pentacles. I don't get it. The Eight of Pentacles. Yep, I don't get it. The Nine of Pentacles. And the Ten of Pentacles. As you can see, the lack of pictorial images, not necessarily pictorial, but facey, anthropomorphized structures, scenes depicted. And it's the lack of that, plus the fact that this is not a Marseille style, so we don't have a set number of symbolism in each card, like we've just got botanical flowers drawn in specific ways. It is very ambiguous, and therefore I would not recommend this deck for a beginner. We have the Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Queen. I like the Queens and the Kings so far anyway. Oh, it's kind of still a circle, so we've still got that symbolism there, but deeply rooted for the earth. Then we have the Ace of Swords, which is an interesting ace. I would have liked to have seen more singular, like I've said previously. The Two of Swords, which is a good imagery, I get that one. The Three of Swords, which I kind of get. The Four of Swords, this is a great card. We have the Five of Swords, very interesting. We have the Six. We have the Seven. Oh, more snake. We have the Eight of Swords, which I really love. I love the Eight of Swords. I recently wrote a blog post on my website about why the Eight of Swords is such a fascinating card in the tarot, and like the aspects of social conditioning. So I always look to the Eight of Swords in the minors. Nine of Swords. That's interesting. We've changed the color, and then we have the Ten of Swords here, which we have the dagger, and it's all cut. So a bad end to a bad situation indeed. The Page of Swords. Okay, Page is a bit wispy. The Knight. Oh, the Queen is beautiful. She's beautiful. The King looks really nice as well. Kingly energy. That's gorgeous. Then we have the Wands. Ace. This was the Two of Wands. Very, very interesting. We have the Three of Wands, which I don't get, but I do at the same time. The Four of Wands. Got a nice little spider web there. Then we have the Five of Wands. I don't really see any kind of like healthy creative competition there. Six of Wands. The Seven. The Eight. Okay. The Nine. That's interesting, but not very descriptive. The 10. That's the 11, or page, I should say. Don't know why I said 11, but I don't personally see it. The Knight, it's not a bad knight. I mean, it's pretty, symbolism-wise. We have the Queen here, less flowery than I would have liked. And then we have the King, which is no circle at all, just pretty flowers. And there you have it. That is the whole entire deck. The cardstock is about 380 GSM, matte finish. Really lovely kind of laminating on it. Very slick, very smooth matte finish. We have a brushed gold, kind of more like a copper and aged vintage gold. We've got that tea-stained look about it. The cards have a mild border. And it's not too obtrusive. The box is excellent. We've got some spot glossing where the gold foil is. It's very sturdy. The internal box is quite lovely, like the packaging is quite beautiful. Guidebook is about oh, there's no page numbers, so I can't tell you. No page numbers. That's annoying. That's only a little something. So there you have it. That is the Viola Lux Umbra Tarot by Leila and Olive, completing my Leila and Olive collection. I quite like the style of their decks. I find them to be really beautiful, really gentle, quite feminine, but there's that kind of like dark goddess energy to these cards. A little bit of Empress, like Empress energy rolled into a little High Priestess energy, and this element of sacred ritual with all the snake energy present. I don't know, I really like it. The backing of the deck is not my favorite, but it doesn't disappoint either. This was my birthday present to myself, and I'm pretty happy with it actually. I haven't bought a tarot deck all year. I mean, we're in the 5th month of the year, so I've been holding true. And I saw this one and I thought, wow, I don't know when it came out. I know that it came out sometime this year. It's been out for a little while. I'm by no means the first person to acquire this. I purchased this with my own money, but I'm really quite interested to see how it reads. I'm gonna have to go through the guidebook and really get kind of the nuance between the art and the artist's intention and why certain cards appear the way that they do. And like, this is what I mean, like the guidebook isn't enough. I would really like to know the artist's perspective, but that's just personal because it's not clear. You don't look at the card and go, oh, it's clear why she did it that way, or why they did it that way, or why it was drawn that way, or why that symbolism was included over other symbolism. So I like to know the brainstorming kind of component to a tarot deck, which is why when I made my own deck, I did live stream so people could actually see the the little cogs turning in my mind and see how it, you know, comes to pass. There we have it, beautiful souls. That is the Viola Lux Umbra Tarot by Leila and Olive to complete my Leila and Olive collection. There you have it. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a minute since I've made a video. I've been very busy and a little bit sick at the same time, but I'm looking forward to getting back into it. I hope you've enjoyed this one. I encourage you to check out my blog if you're interested in tarot, because I'm putting a lot of tarot content over on my blog right at this very moment in time. So if you're interested in reading a little bit about tarot, if you want some educational, free learning kind of content on the subject of tarot, head on over to my blog. Of course, you can also join the Card Slinger tier on my Patreon, where I go into even more depth with my tarot teaching and my tarot philosophy and my tarot content. So if you've enjoyed this video, do give it a thumbs up, share it around if you know of someone that might be interested in the Viola Lux Umbra Tarot. And in the meantime, I'm wishing you so much love, luck, peace and joy. Take care, and I'll chat to you again soon. Mwah. Bye!